the movie was trying to give you a message of black men being shot by the police, specifically a white police officer, and then it tried to make you feel bad for the white cop.
Yes.
Which was extremely offensive.
Thanks for tuning in to the No Clearance Podcast. Now subscribe, hit that like button, and enjoy the clip.
No Clearance. Tyler Perry. The one and only Tyler Perry. The black
Is this because his
mogul.
name is Tyler?
No, it's because he
Tyler's still
has
a
a
legend.
whole studio. He is a legend.
He's still a legend. He got $1 billion studio.
He is a media mogul.
Yeah.
Took over BET.
They film Marvel movies at his
BET.
studio.
He saved BET.
They film Marvel movies at his studio, and he saved BET.
Tyler Perry
You're right.
released another movie on Amazon Prime called Duplicity. You know, this movie was, he really recently dropped a movie, Divorcing the Black, with Megan Good, and now he is following this up with the one and only Duplicity. KC.
Wait, Tyler, you can't ever forget the 999. He made that before this.
Netflix. That was on Netflix. I'm talking about Amazon Prime.
Amazon. Okay.
Ooh.
Dang, he got
And it's
multiple
not
bits.
the 999.
What was it again?
What is it called?
I remember. I
688.
6888. Come on, man. Come on.
Nigga ain't talking about
Was it the
999.
688 or 988? What
No,
was
no,
it?
it's
He
six,
got it
six,
wrong.
six.
He don't even know it either.
No, but there's a
688.
6 in there.
I
Yeah,
don't
what
know.
the fuck?
And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch that. I'm tired of
It was beautiful, man. I cried.
I'm
I
sure- I'm
cried
sure.
watching that movie. Go ahead.
I think
But this
I'm just
movie-
good on Master said. I'm just tired of that.
If you cried in this one, I don't know what's wrong with you.
So this movie, I mean, and this is my opinion, I just felt like there was so much potential.
Yeah.
Like, I think that the storyline, I think it was interesting that he used black men getting killed by cops in an interesting way. Not to say I was against it, because I thought that was compelling, right? Using that storyline, and I thought it was going to be more of a buildup. It fell flat. The last 30 to 40 minutes was the most action in that whole entire film. And for me, it kind of is similar to when I watched that other movie we was talking about with Kelly. What movie was that?
Mia Culpa. That one
Mia
was
Culpa.
crazy.
It kind of felt like that too. There's crazy potential in here, but I wonder if that's just Tyler's signature. Maybe that's his thing where he's like, yeah, we're going to dick around for majority of the movie, the last 30, 40 minutes. Now we're, you know what I mean? It's people talking shit, it's not moving. And then last 30, 40, I got you glued to the TV. Because it's this is not the only film that has felt that way. I thought the ending was crazy. The ending, I was just like, damn, I didn't expect that.
I found this movie extremely boring.
Damn, extremely boring?
Oh, I thought it was so boring. So, compared to his other movies, The Versus and the Black, the way that movie started was crazy. Right?
Ghetto,
Even
crazy
Mia
ghetto.
Culpa was it had sprinkles of craziness throughout it. This movie had, and that's what I like about Tyler Perry movies. I like that there's sprinkles of crazy because it makes me laugh, truly, because I know he's taking it serious. And the stuff he puts in his movies is just insane. But this one, he was playing it real serious. It wasn't the best movie, but it was being played serious. And I was like, oh, interesting. I was like, oh, you know what? Good for Tyler Perry. You know what? Trying to make a movie to tackle a real issue. Did he do a good job at it? I didn't think so, personally. Because throughout the whole movie, you could tell, who was the bad guy, who was the good guy the whole time. The guy from Sister, Ronrico Lee, that's his name. I looked it up. That dude looked shady the whole movie from the very beginning.
Absolutely
From the
shady.
very good, you look beautiful, Fila. If she cussed him out, I was like, oh yeah, they're fucking. I knew it right then and there. I don't know if that was ever confirmed or denied, but right then and there, I was like, oh, they fucking. But they played it straight. My girl, Kat Graham, the movie made me like her less. I liked Kat Graham before this movie. I don't like her that much no more. I thought it was terrible.
Is she the lawyer?
Yeah, that's the main actress, Cat Graham.
You liked her less after this?
Oh yeah, I liked her less after
Oh,
this
wow.
movie. I didn't
Really?
think she did a good job in the movie. I think she was she was acting like she was in a TV show. I wasn't a fan.
Shout out Vampire Diaries.
Shout out
That was
Vampire
the
Diaries. She
shit.
does great in that.
Yeah.
That was like 15 years ago. She hasn't shown any growth in her ability to act. I'm just saying that personally, in my opinion.
Damn, shots fired.
Tyler Leapley turning evil at the end made no sense. That came out of nowhere.
Okay.
He was a little shady, but like I was
Mm.
like, oh, it's gonna come out. He's gonna be the good guy. What he would be shady about was like, and him being the bad guy came out of nowhere. Where did this nigga come from when she got to the house at the end?
Yes.
Where did this
What you
nigga come
mean?
from? When she pulled up to the crib,
Uh-huh.
to that nice ass house,
There was nobody on that
there
street.
was nobody on the street. Did the nigga come out the woods? He just popped up behind her. And then this nigga, Rodrigo Lee, I'm going to keep saying his name because I feel like he doesn't get the credit he deserves. No one knows his name. Pulled up in that Lamborghini. Like he wasn't just a regular cop. I was like, yo, this thing is wild. But I just thought the movie was boring until the last 40 minutes. Like, I thought the last 40 minutes was like, oh, Tyler Perry back on his shit. This is Tyler Perry for me. I thought it was like again, I thought it fell flat because it was stupid, but his movies usually are stupid when they have the crazy stuff in it. So, like, I was like, damn, he should have just sprinkled more of this throughout the movie because the way it ended, it just got offensive by the end. I was like, with the storyline he was doing, it was just offensive. By the end of the movie, it was really offensive. In my opinion.
Tyler, that eyebrow up. What's up?
All the parts y'all thought was boring, I enjoyed. I enjoyed like everything up until they got to the house. And when shit really hit the fan, I was locked in. I was like, because I'm like, why does this white boy keep coming around? Nigga, you shot.
No, that's true.
I'm like, why does white boy keep pulling up? And then the part where she got kidnapped, I said, man, what?
Yeah, that was
going
crazy.
on?
That's when the
feel
movie
me?
first started getting crazy. I was like, oh, Tyler Perry on his shit.
Yes.
That's when I was like, Tyler Perry on his shit. When
So
she
I'm
got
thinking
snatched
it's
up
going.
like that.
I'm thinking it's getting good at that. I mean, not honestly at that point it was getting good. Because you're right. There was a part where like it was dying down, and you're like, there's more to the movie.
Yeah.
Like there's still time left.
I should never
But
have to pause a movie
even
to
after
think it's close to the end. It still
even
have half an hour left.
even after she got the settlement, I was like, okay. I'm thinking, all right, movie good. But once she got kidnapped, I was like, okay, we got something here. But I just feel like he fell flat. I felt like he fell flat on the boat. Cause I don't know. I had a feeling it was the wife. I had a feeling it was the wife after like the whoever jumped out the house and ran away, and she was drugged. Like I was like, hey, something don't seem.
Ain't no way she was that knocked out from a sleeping.
And
pill.
I'm like, you burning pictures of your husband?
Yeah.
If you don't
And
get
Cat Graham
outta
just
here.
shook her and she woke up, but she
You
was on
feel me?
sleeping pills.
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking way. That alarm was loud as hell.
So I wasn't a fan of the boat scene. I was just like, there had to be a better way.
When they was just fumbling around,
There just had to be a better way. I felt,
they got stupid at that point.
Yeah,
So
this part of me wish she escaped and they maybe did something else. But,
that was crazy. How the fuck they chained her up in chains, not rope, in chains,
and she got out. She had an anchor
underwater, and that shallow ass water. Did y'all notice how shallow that water was? Though she wasn't that deep. She was mad deep, but for some reason, Rodrigo Lee, when he jumped in the water, was standing. So I don't know how this water works. She was in the depths, and he was standing in the water trying to get that white man's body.
Well, you know what? They might have shot it where it's like they shot that part where she's underwater in a different location.
Oh yeah, for sure. You could tell. No, but you could tell because the water was mad shallow.
I just didn't like that the change in Homeboy.
Yeah, that came out of
you
nowhere.
go that and here's what stresses me out about Tyler Perry. His character, what do you even call it? Character progression, or
his development.
The development is like it's always one character that doesn't make sense.
KC, he did the same thing that white girl did and Get Out.
No, no,
That was the
No.
same
no,
shit.
Tyler.
No.
Tyler, no.
And
Throughout
I'm
the
glad
movie,
you
there's
brought that
subtle
up.
points where you notice her being evil.
Using microaggressions.
Yeah,
and shit.
using
Like, I knew-
microaggressions when
she
when
didn't like niggas for
Yeah,
Bro,
real.
there's
come on,
subtle
man.
points of the
No, there
there's subtle
wasn't.
points of
No,
Tyler pulling some bullshit, bro.
No.
Where?
There's
What part?
clips.
Where? What part? Give me an
What
example.
parts?
Give me an example.
He had the photos. He had the photos of the nigga allegedly cheating.
That was the
They
only
said he went and
thing.
got the photos earlier.
That was the only thing.
No, but he had a plausible explanation.
And he had a
though.
plausible explanation for that.
Don't all niggas have plausible
He's
explanations?
a PI.
No.
He's a PI.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, and
But he
Get
didn't
Out.
tell her. He didn't tell the lawyer.
He explained why he didn't tell her.
His explanation for not telling her made sense.
Made
like,
sense.
Yo, I know you really
The
fuck
fact
with
that
their
you compared
connection
this
and
to
da-
Get Out, oh my God.
All I'm
It's
saying
crazy.
is
That-
the scene
then-
in which she changed up.
That's the only example.
I'm just talking about this scene. I'm talking about the scene in which niggas
Yeah.
changed up. It's the same shit.
No, it's not.
No, it's
No, it's
not.
not.
No,
Not even on the
it's
same
not
level.
It's not comparable.
You talking?
I'm so
You
sorry.
comparing fucking Beyonce to Sierra.
I'm just saying this.
That don't even make sense.
No.
It's the same.
That don't, no, it's not. But you know what?
And I
All right.
hope y'all know which one is Beyonce.
I don't want to get into
She
Get Out.
came in there.
But
she
I don't
running
want
to
to
the
get
door,
into
she was
Get
like,
Out.
I can't.
But
I
the
can't
way
open
the
door.
movie,
And
I
she
don't
turned
want to
around.
get. I don't want to get into Get Out. But
That's all I'm saying.
the way that movie was written throughout the whole movie, if when you rewatch it, you can see the subtle hints of that white woman
Yeah.
being on her family's side the whole entire time.
Yeah.
In this movie, there was no hints that he was up. He
At
was
all.
being shady. The only
No.
time he was being shady was when those pictures came out, and you know what she did when she found out? She went straight through and was like, "Oh, those pictures, you knew this whole time. You didn't say nothing." And then he explained himself. That was nowhere on the same level. From that explanation to there, and him being on the doghouse, but oh, babe, come on, man, I'm sorry. It's the only time I ever did this. It's not even equivalent. You cannot compare that character turn to the white girl and Get Out. That's just
Can't.
disrespectful,
Yeah.
bro. That's just disrespectful.
Bruh.
I'm offended.
Nigga was cool
just
with
like
the
how
cop
this
the whole
movie was
time.
offended. I'm
But it
offended just how
made-
this movie was.
He was a cop. So
Yeah.
It makes sense. It
No,
almost
look,
He was
I
a PI. He was a
understand
private investigator.
I understand that.
That's not. You can't equate those two things. That's gobbledygook,
Tyler,
bro.
I appreciate your gusto for
Yeah,
Negro things.
yeah,
I
but
do. But sometimes you get blinded by it. You not. Come on, brother. Take the rose-colored glasses off. You know, love my people. You know what I mean? But you gotta know when it's
you
not.
can't equate those weren't even. That's not even close. The writing
Love
for
that you loved it though.
yeah, love that you loved it. But
I'm not saying I loved it.
but
I'm just saying it ain't like
that's
it
not
ain't
even
like
comparable. You can't compare those two. That's
the niggas
crazy.
switch it up. It ain't like we ain't
Writing
see it.
style wise, writing movie. How
Tyler.
they didn't even that. That was crazy. That's crazy, bro. I can't believe you just compared those. That's see. The only way you can compare it to Get Out
Oh, brother. Okay.
is to say that he tried to do what he didn't Get Out and failed because he didn't even put no subtle hints that he was gonna be bad throughout the whole movie.
You know what?
That
Yeah.
twist came out of nowhere. He didn't even put no hints that he was gonna turn bad. It was like he finished writing that first part when they got the settlement, and he goes, how am I gonna do a twist now? I'm gonna make the boyfriend evil. We already knew Kevin was in on it. Ronrico Lee was in on it from the very beginning. You can't even compare it.
I personally, I feel like I saw him through the movie that nigga was on some bullshit.
Give me another example.
Another example. Half the time when the lawyer lady, I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. Half the time when lawyer lady was worried about trying to solve this case and whatnot, he was like, yo, just go rest. Just go home. Like cool out for
But
a
that's
second.
like
Her
really
best friend
concerned.
just died. Like he just died.
That was genuine. That
That
felt
was
genuine.
genuine. Tyler.
No.
He was a supportive boyfriend the whole
Nigga.
movie.
Nigga.
Not
no.
even no nefarious intent in all.
It's not. Personally, I didn't see it that
They
way.
had Shorty.
I personally didn't see it.
They had Shorty purposely say, "Don't take your ID out. here's my ID, so they wouldn't know that he was heading to their house and get
Look,
out.
I'm sorry you ain't see the nigga tree in which I saw.
No, Tyler.
You only talk about one
That was
instance.
you
I'm talking about multiple instances.
No, you-
Personally, I saw multiple instances with the nigga tree was creeping
Give me
out.
another one, because that wasn't a good example, because that was him being a
Hold
supportive
on.
boyfriend.
So now you expect me to give your ass examples? As
Well,
many
how are you
times
gonna
I've
back
asked
up your
for shit?
argument? How are you
I
gonna
just
back up
gave
your
you
argument?
three. I
You
gave
gave
you
me
three.
two.
only gave
You
us
gave us
two.
two.
I gave you three.
You gave us two.
The
gave us-
nigga, first of all, him and the cop always talking to each other and shit. I'm like, nigga,
That-
you just
that's the
killed
third one. You never
somebody and
said
part
that
of an
before.
investigation.
That's his
Who
best
the fuck-
friend.
That's number one.
That was his best
Two,
friend.
nigga always was
Oh.
like, yo, why you still doing all this lawyer shit? Go ahead, cool out for a second. You know what I'm saying?
He told
all-
her to
look.
chill out because she was getting
don't-
emotional because her best friend was murdered by
Yeah.
the police.
Bruh, every time she brought up some evidence or every time she said she was going to do something, he was like, yo, let me handle it.
Because he was a cop. He
Bruh.
was a private investigator,
Okay.
investigating stuff.
I don't
see it, Tyler, but
She
yeah,
didn't
you know,
hire
good
him.
for you, bro. I'm happy.
It was just like, oh.
But that was also his friend, quote
I
unquote,
get it, bruh.
because he wanted. So basically, but
Well,
here's why
the
I was
nigga
offended
was putting
by
himself
the
in the business when nobody asked him to be in the business.
Ooh.
I mean, but also at the same
But
time,
that's-
it's someone he
that's-
knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I was a PI and you was
If
murder
I was a
T,
PI and I ain't had shit
if
to do,
I
with it,
was
I'm
a
gonna do my
PI,
work.
if I was a PI, Tyler, and you shot
Tyler full of shit.
Tyler, what? His best friend was part of the shooting.
Did the best friend hire him? We don't know.
He was part. It still does that. Come on, that's
Now here's
he's
hold
part
on.
of it. It's his people.
Nigga ain't got no other job. He ain't
so
got no other
I-
shit to investigate.
This
I mean,
is
if
what
your
I'm
friend was
saying.
murdered and you're trying to find out why it happened.
This is what
Go
I'm
ahead, Casey.
saying about the homeboy. There's not evidence where I can say, "Ooh, boom, I knew it. Something wrong with you." The other guy, his friend, though,
Out the gate.
you pulling up to the funeral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was
That's
30
crazy.
minutes.
The body cam
Yo,
footage,
the body cam
nasty. When he said stop trying to
and
save
he was
him,
breathing. Yeah, that was crazy.
very much so could have saved
Those
his
are
life.
the subtle hints. I was like, if you said, I would believe that.
So I don't see it for
it was
homeboy. I see it
real.
for his friend.
Actually, there was nothing subtle about that at all, though.
no, that was very.
Yeah, it's
obvious.
very obvious.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know he was fucking on the wife though. It took
I
me a minute
didn't know that. I didn't
that
know
That's your
realize.
pride right
I knew
there.
that right from the get go.
That's your problem.
Well, here's my thing.
Y'all don't see the light skinned niggas as evil. That's
I
the
don't-
real
I
issue
don't
that
think
we
so.
have in here.
I
That's the
honestly-
real problem that we have
I
in here.
honestly
You can't
do not
see
think
a
so.
nigga tree amongst the light
I
skinned
honestly
Oh, dark skinned
thought-
nigga on that bullshit. Oh, I see him on that bullshit. Yeah, I see that dark skinned nigga on that bullshit.
They both light skinned, nigga. What are you talking about?
They
both
The other one darker. You know the other one darker. What the fuck are we talking?
Okay,
not
but they
dark like
still
you
light
saying.
skinned. Not dark like you said. Not like dark like the dude who got shot in the beginning of the movie.
First of all, I'm sick of niggas jogging on film. I'm sick of niggas jogging on film. That's the second time I've seen a nigga running, and I'm like, this ain't real. Anyway, that was another.
But this is why I found the movie just as offensive as Tyler's take.
Okay.
Because at the end of the movie, right? So when she
Mhm.
gets the settlement, the wife disappears. And then the movie goes haywire. We find out that the white cop got a black wife. He's not racist. And that doesn't make you
Yeah.
not racist if you got a black wife. You can still be racist and have a black wife. You can still be
It really
racist and
does.
have a black friend. It's the same
really
shit. But I felt
you for
like the
stating that.
movie was trying to give you a message of black men being shot by the police, specifically a white police officer, and then it tried to make you feel bad for the white cop,
yes,
which was extremely offensive, especially at the end of the movie when Tyler Perry, yeah, I say Tyler Perry, not the actress saying the speech, Tyler Perry had this speech in the movie, the end of the movie, about racism. I watched that shit after that and I shut it off. I was like, that's offensive. Tyler Perry's out of touch with that. Just with that whole premise to
yeah.
the glory. He he soap opera-fied the killing of a black man in a movie with all his twists and turns, and it just extremely offensive. I feel like if you were gonna do something like that, keep it straight.
Here's my thing. I think Tyler Perry has a tendency to do that.
Yeah.
He takes black trauma and tries to like almost justify it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and I feel like his other movies, it's like, life's whooping your ass, but
Yeah.
you know what? You got better character. You know what I mean? You're on the other end of it. So I mean,
Tyler Perry be like, you cheated on your husband. You got AIDS now. Remember that one?
what I'm saying?
Remember that one? And that's
Yeah.
not the first time he did that. He did it a couple times.
Lately they've been it's been rough.
Yeah.
I missed. Look, man, I legit grew up on Medea's Family Reunion,
Yeah, shout out to the
Black
nigga
Woman.
selling the bootlegs.
Diary
at
of a
the corner
Mad
store.
Black Woman.
Those are good ones.
Medea go to jail. That
Yeah.
got it started to get a little crazy.
Yeah, that,
but
Madea
it does
this,
suck to
does
know
that
that
was crazy.
he's gone pretty far off.
Yeah.
But this one, like, it wasn't like his other ones where it go crazy because it didn't get crazy to the end. And the fact that you're gonna have two black men and a black woman frame a white cop to kill a black man was crazy.
And and so I'm gonna be the advocate here. Maybe because it was framing a white cop, he's like, yeah, let's stick it to him.
But
You know
it
what
wasn't at the same time because he ended up being good.
Now, here's the thing, because I've been watching a lot of true crime
Nigga
shit.
still shot him.
Yeah.
But
don't know.
But here's my thing, right? So
Like-
from my knowledge of like law enforcement,
Get
it
there.
was justifiable, which is even sadder.
All right.
Because Tyler Perry
he-
gave this nigga the biggest phone case that looked like a gun in the world.
That phone.
No, I'm not gonna. He had a Samsung, the
Ain't
foldable joint.
nobody got no damn phone case that big that looked like a gun. I like it was justifiable. Granted, when they showed the body cam footage, you could hear his music from his headphones.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
And if you could hear his music through his headphones, you know he can't hear you. So that's where I'm like, this is where he tried to give it gray area. But I was like,
Yeah.
it was too justifiable. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, you see it, you're like, yeah, I get it. You got your gun. You hear a guy broke into a house, you got your gun out, you say stop, and they stop, and they go in their pocket, they pull out something black. Another cop screams gun, you're gonna shoot. Because he literally said to him, if I say gun, you shoot. Which is crazy. You don't do that shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get
That's crazy movie, stupid movie, boring movie.
check out Duplicity, man. Let us know what y'all think.
Why is it called Duplicity?
Is somebody being duplicitous? What's that mean?
Is it because there was
Isn't it
two
the act
different
of, like-
movies in one movie?
No, no, I don't think
Because the
that's what
second
that
half
means.
was a completely different movie.
No.
I don't know. I don't know why. It's
Let me
called
double check
Duplicity.
before I say it.
I
Yeah, 'cause
thought
I
it was
feel
called
like I
Duplicity
understand.
because there was two bad guys, but it ended up being three. So that
Duplicity means deceitfulness /
Yeah.
double dealing. He was
Double
accused
dealing,
of
yep.
duplicity and branded a traitor. Yeah, so
Yeah.
some.
I mean, that's the epitome of the fucking movie.
Yeah,
There was some double dealing.
there wasn't double dealing. I
Double
still
dip,
don't
too much
think
dip on your chip.
Cat Graham's boyfriend turned it evil. I still think that came out of nowhere. That wasn't.
You're
set up.
entitled to your opinion.
That wasn't set up.
You
in
know,
any way.
I will say this time around, Tyler, you did a phenomenal job with the hair.
Yeah.
You know, the wig gate might be over.
Ah,
It
shit.
might-
After
I meant to
watching-
say that.
After
God damn.
watching
Good job.
Vampire Diaries and seeing the wigs they had Cat Graham in
Good
in
work,
Vampire
Casey.
Diaries, she
I
looked
mean,
good.
had her shit.
Her shit was
Yeah.
fucked up in
Yeah.
Vampire
Yeah.
Diaries. She looked
Lace
good.
was melted. You know what I mean?
It was improved quality.
Yeah,
Yeah,
real
for
good
sure.
quality.
No clearance.